Hey friends, welcome to Zscape Landscape Designs, specializing in landscape designing. This introduction that I'm doing now will lead into a video that is going to cover two things. A continuation of the rose pruning that I had in wintertime, with springtime now happening here in San Diego, which is where I live. The rose bushes are quite different now. You'll see some buds, some beautiful roses, and then what to do with them afterwards. Secondly, it's going to lead into the continuation of the winter cleanup video that I had a couple of months ago. Here it is 2-3 months later, and a lot of things have changed in the garden and things to prepare for with fertilizing and so forth, and what's to come ahead. So thank you for tuning in, and go to my website, ZscapeDesigns.com, and check out the good things there. Okay, friends, so as you see here, we're going to start with the roses, and obviously they're much different than when you saw them a couple of months ago. Here they're all budding, some coming in pretty good. This is a pink one, and down here we have the perennial favorite Mr. Lincoln, and you can see the roses have come out quite nice, and they're coming along quite well. Walking over here, we have a new plant rose that I got. This is called Trumpeter. This is a Floribunda, very interesting color, attractive, but the first bloom of the rose season is always the best. The leaves are always dark green, bronzy looking. And over here we have another favorite of mine called Passionate Kisses, which I can't wait for those. Too long, anyway, to see and bloom. And looking around the yard too, there's a lot of my fruit trees that have come in. This is my apricot tree, and didn't have very many fruit on it last year, but this year it's after the flowers have fallen, the fruit is starting to set. They're quite small. And then over here, my fig tree is coming in pretty good. And there are, as you can see, some figs on it already. So look forward to those. This tree, particularly for heavy fruit and good fruit, a lot of water, a lot of fertilizer. As you see, my flower beds have been mulched. A lot of perennials are coming up. Gold coin is coming up there. The yellow flowers, and here we have the vine. This is a trumpet vine. I'll give you the variety another time. I can't think of the particular variety of this trumpet vine. It has a creamy yellow flower. Plumerias are starting to leaf out. You can see right here. And then the one in the background, you can see the new growth coming in over there. All along here, we have the perennials coming up. And I want you to take special note of the peach tree. They are full of peaches that are going to be coming in. You can see all in here, the new peaches that are kind of small right now. And I'll harvest these around late July, August. Have some fresh peaches we'll pick later, and maybe some peach pie. Next we come around over to the vegetable garden. And we see a lot of different things coming in, very different from a few months ago. I have my tomato plants growing. Have my row of garlic right here. My broccoli. And if you remember, this is my acorn squash that are growing. They didn't even sprout a couple of months ago, but now look at them with the weather. And in the background over here, we have the sweet pea pods. My arugula, if you remember, very small. They're about done. The leaves have gone beyond the peppery taste. They're a little bitter right now, so that's telling me they're pretty much done. My broccoli here is done. But look at the onions. Crazy onions, growing really well. Can't look forward. I got white onions and red onions growing in there. So as you see, the rest of my yard have the mulch under the orange tree, under the citrus tree, lemon tree over there, full lemons. Had a good harvest this year. And more tomato plants around my avocado tree. This is kind of new. that I began this year. I wonder how they're going to do with the avocado growing in the background, which I'll get a little bit close up, and a lot of blooms and blossoms on the avocado tree. I had none last year. Don't know why. A lot of blossoms like this, but no fruit. So maybe in the winter months, December and so forth, my avocado tree will harvest a good crop of avocados. I want to draw your attention over here to the fertilizers I have been using. You have the Grow Power Flower and Bloom 3-12-12 formula. I will put this on my vegetables and on my roses. And of course, an all-purpose fertilizer is this fish fertilizer 511 formula. And this little guy called Super Thrive has done wonders. This is a good additive. It's vitamins that is sort of like a kick in the pants to your plants if you see that they're not doing well or they're not growing like they should. I've seen Super Thrive bring a lot of things out of complacency, if you want to use that term for plants, and kick it into high gear. So it's a good addition to your arsenal of fertilizers and vitamins and such. So one thing to look at on the tomatoes, let's go back. Sometimes you get tomatoes and the tag will say, like this one here, this is my celebrity hybrid tomato. It'll say determinate. What that means when it says determinate is that they fruit all at once. So you'll get a lot of tomatoes at one time, as opposed to the red beefsteak, as you see here. When it comes into focus, it'll say indeterminate, which means you'll have fruit staggered for a longer period of time. So this one here, my sun sugar, it says indeterminate. So that'll be fruiting over a period of time, longer harvest season. So that's just a little tip on that. So there's a lot of things to do in the springtime. I would say the big thing right now would be to fertilize in April in San Diego. So thanks, friends, for joining in, and we will see you next time.